Hello, it's Claudette. I wanted to mention that in the last reel that I shared with you about emotional regulation, that I did mention that it was important to have food and drink when you're deregulated. And I did mention, have a glass of wine. Well, I would say that alcohol is not your friend, particularly when you're deregulated. So I would stick to water. This is just my advice, my suggestion. And I also did mention make sure you're fed. And a lot of times myself, others that I've talked to when they're deregulated, they'll go in the cupboard and, grab a bag of cookies, eat the whole thing. So we're not recommending that either. So anyway, I just wanted to clarify those two things. Yes. So today, I wanted to bring up the subject of emotional deregulation to a whole deeper level, a new level, and that is incorporating the subject of deregulation into a tumultuous relationship. Now, anyone that's in a tumultuous relationship, when you're in the dynamics, you're not regulated, and you're certainly not grounded, and also usually we are in an unconscious pattern. We're not even aware that we're into this dynamic. Now, everybody knows what tumultuous means, but I did look it up and I found some interesting characteristics that I wanted to share with you. So one of them is if you're in frequent conflict with your partner. This could be anyone, a sibling, a friend, but today we're going to address it as your primary partner, let's say. So, frequent conflicts, frequent arguments, being triggered constantly, maybe not constantly, but frequently by your partner. That's one of the characteristics. And the other one is extreme emotional swings. You go from an intense high of love and passion followed by deep lows of anger, resentment, and withdrawals. There's instability in that type of relationship. There's a lack of sense of peace and uncertainty in the future of the relationship because it's so chaotic. Now, emotionally and psychologically also, it plays a part. It takes its toll. Frequent chaos leads to stress, anxiety, and your overall well-being is affected, definitely. And a lot of people end up being very depressed because they don't know what to do. So is there lack of peace, harmony, security, and balance in your relationship? I'm asking because I'm putting it out there to have a look. If this is what's happening in your relationship, then perhaps you might want to look at it. Because like I am repeating myself, anyone that's engaged in those dynamics, they're just running an unconscious pattern. They're on and on and on, and it can go on for a lifetime. I personally have experienced some of these in my own life. Different relationships in this lifetime, yes. I was not aware of the dynamics at the time, and they were driven by an unconscious pattern. So if some of these characteristics resonate with you, I have some suggestions that might help. I'm going to pause for now because I think that it would be important for whoever is interested to have a look at their own relationship to see if they are in a tumultuous relationship or not. Anyway, I'll be back and I will offer some suggestions. Thank you for listening, and remember to remain the lighthouse. Thank you.